Bridgerton, Season 4, Episode 4, An Offer from a Gentleman, Recap and Review. Episode 4 of Bridgerton Season 4 begins with Benedict bringing Sophie to Bridgerton House. Araminta has blacklisted her so well that even he could to get her a job anywhere. Instead, he offers her employment. She is enraged and uncomfortable, but he promises to stay out of her way. Violet is hesitant but agrees to make her a temporary lady's maid for Benedict's sake. Sophie fits in with the staff as she befriends John, Celia, and Mrs. Wilson. She's also pleasantly surprised when Benedict stays true to his word and hires Hazel, the other maid, as well. But it is awkward as she and Benedict keep looking for each other. In other news, Gregory returns home. Violet seems to be getting bolder with Marcus. She asks for Mrs. Wilson's advice, and the caretaker suggests a night off for everyone so that Violet can invite Marcus over. Violet is a little embarrassed, but Mrs. Wilson assures her that she deserves to live her life. Hyacinth tries to bond with Eloise, who ends up dawning over Sophie, who has read the same books that she has. Benedict resumes look for the Silver Lady, but to no avail. Francesca tries to seduce Lord John but gets embarrassed when she's sloppy. In her free time, Sophie sits with the staff who gossip. There is a new neighbor, and they wonder if she's a mistress as there is no man in the house. Mrs. Wilson smoothly comments that no mistresses are welcome in their neighborhood. One evening, Benedict checks in on Sophie, and she assures him that she's not mad at him anymore. She fixed his shirt, and they almost kiss before he walks away. He hangs out with John, Colin, and Will at the Gentleman's Club, and they notice an old friend with his mistress that he is in love with. Benedict is delighted, but both Colin and Will look down upon the idea of a mistress. The ladies have a girls' night at Lady Danbury's and discuss the Silver Lady. Violet pushes Francesca to host one night so she can have her dalliance with Marcus. Eloise and Hyacinth comment on how well-read and skilled Sophie is, which surprises Violet. The next day, Violet tries to learn more about Sophie and is sad that she has no family or prospects. She offers a permanent position and confides in Danbury that she feels maternal towards Sophie. Danbury has other problems as she wants to suggest Alice as Charlotte's new lady-in-waiting. She knows that she's being selfish as Alice won't like it. However, Violet repeats Mrs. Wilson's advice on how they have earned the right to happily live their lives. Benedict finds Sophie staring at the stars that night, and she reveals that she misses the cottage. They get too close, and before she can leave, he begs her not to. She tells him of Violet's offer and how she has always wanted to be a part of a family like his. He states that she deserves more, but he won't jeopardize her employment if she wants to stay. She thinks it is a bad idea and retires for the night. She ends up touching herself while thinking of Benedict. Taking Violet's advice, Danbury takes Alice to Charlotte. Alice seems to have found Benedict's Silver Lady, and as her reward, Charlotte makes her lady-in-waiting. Alice is upset, while Charlotte still expects Danbury to hang out with her. Meanwhile, Alice says intel makes its way to Violet, who hosts the Silver Lady, Miss Hollis. It starts off well as Benedict starts believing that Miss Hollis is the Silver Lady. His smile falls when Sophie serves them. He is distracted and burns his hand with hot tea. The Hollis excuse themselves, and while leaving, reveal that they did attend the masquerade. Seeing that the Silver Lady quest is a bust, Benedict tries to explain himself to Sophie. She asks him to stop leading her on as nothing can happen between them. She begs him to leave, and he gives in, moving back to his bachelor lodgings. As for Francesca, she's nervous about hosting her family. John asks about her seduction attempt, and she confides that she's open to trying more things. But when they do get together, it does seem to be working for her. She pretends to like it and he catches on. She blames herself, and he assures her that she's perfect the way she is. Touched, she kisses him. Meanwhile, Alice gives Danbury the cold shoulder, and the latter apologizes. However, Danbury sees herself in Alice, and believes she has the potential to rise higher and be an unstoppable force. Even Will seems to be intrigued by the idea of Alice being Charlotte's right-hand man. It is the night of Francesca's dinner, aka Violet's dalliance. Violet finds Benedict sulking and promises that he'll find that spark again with some other lady. Mrs. Wilson gives the staff the night off, and they head to a tavern. Sophie decides to accept the permanent position. The Bridgertons head to Francesca's, and Violet feigns an illness. At the dinner party, Hyacinth tries to make small talk with Eloise, gushing about Francesca's hostess tendencies. Eloise shuts her up, and Hyacinth is hurt. She calls Eloise out for not trying and being self-obsessed. John and Francesca have a surprise guest, Michaela, who drives her own